Okay, we're back again here at the greatest sports channel, and what we have today is the greatest baseball game ever played. It's going to be a three-inning game between the two greatest baseball teams of all time. The greatest baseball team of all time is Barry Bonds, Willie Mays, Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Honus Wagner, Rogers Hornsby, and Mike Schmidt at third base, and pitching is Walter Johnson. They will play today in our greatest game of all time. Outfielder Ty Cobb, Henry Aaron, Mickey Mantle, Miguel Cabrera at third base, Stan Musial, Frank Robinson, Nap LaJoy, Alex Rodriguez, Johnny Bench catching, and pitcher Pete Alexander. So we're going to get right into it. And the first batter, as I said, is Barry Bonds. And we have the pitch. And the result is a ground out for Barry Bonds. So we have one out and we're underway. Today's announcer is Bob Uecker. Hey, everybody. And here we go. We're up to the second batter, Willie Mays, facing Pete Alexander in the greatest baseball game ever played. So we have the pitch to Willie Mays. Again, this is a three-inning game, and everybody just gets one pitch. This is a very simple game. Base hit for Willie Mays up the middle, man on first, and that brings up Babe Ruth. Greatest baseball game of all time. This is going to be the one and only greatest baseball game ever played. Babe Ruth is up, and we have the pitch, and he hit the double. We have second and third. The Babe's on second, waving to the crowd. We got Willie Mays on third, and we have hitting great Ted Williams at the plate. We have the pitch from Pete Alexander, Ted Williams at the plate, and the result is a ground out. Run does not score on a ground out. So we have two outs, and that brings up Lou Gehrig, again facing Pete Alexander, the second best pitcher, greatest pitcher of all time. Lou Gehrig at the plate, and the result is a base hit, knocks one in. So we got a 1-0 game. We have Gehrig at first, Babe at third, Willie Mays scores. We have the first run of the game. Next batter, Jimmy Fox, who is playing catcher today on the greatest baseball team ever in the greatest baseball game ever played. Jimmy Fox at the plate, and the result is struck him out. Pete Alexander struck him out. So after one, we have a score of 1-0. All right, Walter Johnson on the mound, and leading off for the second best baseball team of all time, Ty Cobb, and we have the pitch, and the result is struck out Ty Cobb. Holy cow, the greatest baseball game of all time. Henry Aaron up, one out for the second best team of all time against Walter Johnson. Henry Aaron, the result is struck out Aaron. Walter Johnson's on fire. We got two outs. Brings up Mickey Mantle. He's got to get things going here for the second best team of all time. The pitch is in, and the result is a flyout. 3 up, 3 down for the second greatest team of all time. So after one, the greatest team of all time won. The second greatest team of all time 0. All right, leading off the second in our 3-inning game of the greatest game ever played, Honus Wagner leading off against Pete Alexander. Here's the pitch. H.R. Honus Wagner cracks one out of the park. Get up, get up, get up, gone! Bob Uecker here with the announcement. So we got a 2-0 game. And that brings up Roger Hornsby in the greatest game ever played against Pete Alexander. We have a 2-0 game. And the pitch is in to Rogers Hornsby. And the result is fly out, 1 out. Brings up power hitting Mike Schmidt, playing third base on the greatest team ever. The pitch from Pete Alexander. And the result is fly out, 2 outs. And that brings up Barry Bonds again. Back to the top of the order for the greatest team ever assembled. Barry Bonds. On the juice, off the juice. Just a fantastic player. They got him swinging. Must be off the juice. All right. After that, we got 2-0, and we go to the bottom of the second. Fans are cracking up in the crowd. And we have the pitch from Walter Johnson to Miguel Cabrera, playing third base on the second greatest team of all time. The result is walked him. Walked Cabrera. Man on first. Brings up Stan the Man Musial. Nobody out here. Bottom of the second in the greatest game ever played. 2-0 so far. And the result is a double by Stan the Man. Second and third. Cabrera on third. That brings up big hitting Frank Robinson. Was MVP in both leagues in the 60s. Played for the Reds and the Orioles. The pitch is in. 30. Here we go. A fly out. But that is a sac fly. We got 1 out, but that brings in Miguel Cabrera. He chugged home. So we got 1 run, 1 out. Nap LaJoie's up. Pitch coming from Walter Johnson, greatest pitcher of all time, against Nap LaJoie. And the result is base hit. We have first and third with 1 out. And that brings up Alex Rodriguez, the second best shortstop of all time. Gave up his spot to Derek Jeter, who is not a good shortstop. Here's a home run. HR for Alex Rodriguez. That brings in 3. So the score now, 4-2 in the greatest game ever played. Alex Rodriguez, a 3-run shot off of Walter Johnson. We got 1 out. Johnny Bench is up. The pitch is coming from Walter Johnson, bottom of the second. And the result is a fly out. So we got 2 outs. Back to the top of the order. Ty Cobb again in the greatest game ever played. Ty Cobb is up. The pitch is on its way from Walter Johnson. And the result is base hit for Ty Cobb. You can't keep him off the bases. And that brings up Hammer and Hank. Henry Aaron at the plate against Walter Johnson in the greatest game ever played. The pitch and the result. We got a fly out. And that ends the inning. But they get 4 on the 3-run shot by Alex Rodriguez. The score after 2. The second best team of all time has 4 runs. The best team all time has 2 runs. So this could be the last chance. This is the last chance to see who will win the greatest game of all time. Willie Mays is up. The pitch is in from Pete Alexander. And the result is a ground out by Willie Mays. We got 1 out. And the Babe is up. The crowd is on its feet. The crowd is going wild in the greatest game ever played. Babe Ruth at the plate. Can he do it? And the result is a double by the Babe. He's on second again, waving to the crowd. The crowd is going wild. Ted Williams is up. We got a barn burner on our hands. Pete Alexander with the pitch to Ted Williams in the greatest game ever played. The result is a ground out. We got 2 outs. Babe is stranded still on second with 2 outs, and that leaves Lou Gehrig with the last chance. 4-2, last chance. Here's the delivery. Pete Alexander to Lou Gehrig. And the result is he walked him. We got first and second. 4-2. 2 outs. Jimmy Fox, who was playing catcher on the greatest team ever assembled. Here is the pitch from Pete Alexander. The crowd is on their feet. And it's a 3-run shot by Jimmy Fox. I can't believe it. Unbelievable. They pull ahead. 5-4. What a game in the greatest game ever played. The crowd is absolutely hysterical here playing at Wrigley Field for the greatest game ever played. And the pitch by Pete Alexander, Honus Wagner at the plate, 5-4. And the result is a ground out that ends the inning. But the score now, 5-4. We have the last chance against the second best team of all time, Ty Cobb. Mickey Mantle is going to lead off this bottom of the third in a 3-inning game, the greatest game ever played. Mickey Mantle, and here's the pitch from Walter Johnson, and the result is a flyout. We got 1 out so far, and that brings up Miguel Cabrera down 5-4. The crowd still on its feet. They're still serving beer, and the crowd is going wild. The result is a base hit for Miguel Cabrera. He's on first. They're still alive. Down 5-4 in the greatest game ever played. Stan Musial is up. The pitch on its way from Walter Johnson. Stan Musial at the plate from the left side. And the result is another base hit. First and second, the crowd is on its feet, screaming its head off. Frank Robinson at the plate in the greatest game ever played. 1 out, 2 men on. Here's the pitch. Frank Robinson. And the result is a double. He tied the game. We have second and third. Miguel Cabrera again comes chugging home. We have 5-5. We have Frank Robinson on second. Stan Musial on third. We have 1 out. And great hitting Nap LaJoie at the plate in the greatest game ever played. This could go extra innings, but Nap LaJoie at the plate with Walter Johnson. Here's the pitch. And the result. We have a drive to center, which is a sac fly. Stan Musial is scoring because there was only 1 out. The game ends on a sacrifice fly. That is it. The second greatest team of all time pulls off an upset and defeats the greatest team of all time. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable great game today. 6-5. Just to review, Ty Cobb went 1 for 2. Aaron 0 for 2. Mantle 0 for 2. Miguel Cabrera was 1 for 1 with a walk. Stan the Man 2 for 2. Jackie Robinson hit a double, 1 for 1 and a sac fly. Nap LaJoie with the winning sacrifice fly was 1 for 1. Had that RBI and a run scored. A-Rod, the MVP of the game, with a 3-run shot. He's our MVP of the greatest game of all time. Johnny Bench was 0 for 1. Pete Alexander is our winning pitcher in the greatest game ever played. For the losing team, Barry Bonds was 0 for 2, unbelievable. Willie Mays was 1 for 2. Babe Ruth was 2 for 2, 2 doubles, 1 run scored. Ted Williams, 0 for 2. Lou Gehrig, 1 for 1 and a walk. Jimmy Fox was 1 for 2 with an HR. And Honus Wagner was 1 for 2 also with an HR. And Hornsby and Schmidt were both 0 and 1, 0 for 1. And Walter Johnson is our losing pitcher. So that's it. The greatest baseball game ever played. The final score, 6-5.